This video introduces slope-intercept form. It is one way of writing a linear equation. I'd like to have you start with the following problem. I have a savings account with $15 in it today. I add $6 per week to the account. Make a table, a graph, and if you can, an equation that shows my account balance each week. Stop the video, copy this problem into your journal, make the table and the graph and the equation if you can, and restart the video when you're done. Okay, so let's do this together. During week 0, I have $15 in the account. Week 1, I have 6 more, that's 21, and then 6 more the next week, and then the next week, and the next week. So these are the balances in the account. Now let's put them on the graph. At week 0, I have $15 in the account. And then after 1 week, I have 21, which is right about there. And then the next week, I have about 27. And then the next week, week 3, I have about $33, and so on. And although it is really not legitimate to join these with a line, we're going to do that anyway because we need to learn some things about the equation and the graph. So we'll join these with a line, and if I had made my points a little bigger, all of these points would go through the line. Now we need an equation. Now the equation that we could write is as follows. The rate is $6 per week, so 6 times the week number, plus the $15 that I started with should give me the balance. Now let's check it out. If x is 0, well, y is 15. If x is 1, that's 6 times 1 is 6, plus 15 is 21, and so on. Now in this equation, the 6 is a rate. That's the $6 per week. And this 15 was my starting balance. Now on the graph, we can see this 6 as the slope of the graph. So this graph has a slope of 6. And this point right over here, this point where the graph crosses the y-axis, is the starting point. And this is called the y-intercept. On a graph, it is the point at which the graph crosses the y-axis, and it can be seen in the equation as this constant term after the 6x. Because this equation shows us the slope and y-intercept so clearly, we call this slope-intercept form. And there are other ways of writing linear equations, but this one is called slope-intercept form. And we can generalize it as follows. We use the letter m for slope. So if we write an equation where m times x plus b, which is what we use for the y-intercept, equals y, this is a slope-intercept form equation.